What's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the official trailer number 2 for Ironheart, and I did see a couple interesting things online that I was like, all right, now I have to see this for myself. But before we dive into the trailer, if you're new here and you want to help support the channel, I would very much appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, it's free. And hopefully I will provide some entertainment in my videos and on my live streams. Hit the bell for notifications every time I do go live on YouTube and upload videos here. So now let's dive into it.
My stepdad used to say the best way to know it.
Okay, so in my first Ironheart video, I mentioned that her father and best friend die in a drive-by shooting in Chicago, and that's essentially where Riri Williams' struggles start and what she has to, grow up with. And it's sort of like the Bruce Wayne parents get shot in an alleyway. So I don't know if it's going to be like a huge drawn out flashback. Again, this being a TV show, how much are they going to actually include in it? I think it's expected, and sure, I'm glad they're at least including that much from the comic books, but it's what else happens after this fact that they're going to be doing from the comic books, source material, and then just kind of creating on their own that may make or break this show, I feel like.
Thing. So take it apart. Put it back together.
Well, and we already kind of got a lot, and or a better idea, I should say, not a lot, from the first trailer that emphasizes, what she's going to be dealing with at MIT, but again, as I mentioned in my first video, and it's a major impact that Tony Stark has on her life. And the fact that if Tony Stark's not going to be in this show at all, then there's already been a huge deviation from the source material. So it's sort of like, how is she really going to get to where she, should get to in the comic books, and then obviously in this show? So let's just continue.
And you can see what it's really made of.
Yeah, right. So she's supposed to get like this, AI from Tony, and it builds her own, right? Like, obviously Tony Stark understands that she is a genius because she's, a teenager when she first, figures out how to, reroute his own, suit and whatnot. I think it was like the Mark 42, if I remember correctly. I know I mentioned it in my first video too, for that matter, but
You should take your dad's advice. Break yourself down.
take your dad's advice and break yourself down. So it's like, okay, so we got her friend, I don't know who this dude is, that's giving her advice like, look within to see who you can become or who you should become. And I guess that's the message, right? Like, and I guess that can be applied to anything. Like, if you're having a struggle in life, like look to your inner self and feel like, you could become a better person, or the man you're supposed to be, but she's a woman. So woman you're supposed to be, I guess, also applies in this regard.
See what you're made of.
Here goes nothing.
And I think just with these weird clips, right? The way this trailer is just already pieced together, like there's a lot that doesn't make sense, right? Like, why is she crawling through an air duct? Are those, people with the dog, chasing her? Who are these people here? The guy in the middle looks like the same guy who hands her that business card. So, to what aspect is, and role is he going to play a part in? Like, who are these two other chicks here, I guess? I guess you only need one dude to break into a place to steal some material now.
I gotta start thinking.
Right. So here's another shot of her being at MIT. So we've already kind of get an idea from, what she's having to go through in the first trailer when we see Dean Pelton.
Outside the box.
And sorry to keep pausing it, but it's just more so for the, YouTube crap. But I don't know what role this dude's going to be playing, right? He's obviously like the villain. So there's some sort of, I don't know, magic that he's going to be involved with. And that's where I saw an X like, oh, he can be the new Mephisto. And I'm like, dude, no. We already got Mephisto with Jake Gyllenhaal. We don't need to have a villain like that already recycled in a lesser manner to go against a, farther down, lower tiered hero. Like, you can't just go, here's Mephisto again fighting Ironheart, where like dude, Mephisto versus Spider-Man is what, we got, which we needed to get, because it's always, how it's always been in the comics too. So I don't think that's going to be him personally. We'll find out soon enough in a couple weeks.
Out of all the things you could have built with that big brain of yours.
Right. So we get 6 episodes. So this is very much already reminding me of what they did with Echo. Like, it's a small condensed show for a low tier character. And, it's like, what are they actually going to convey to us to make us really care about this character? Right. Like, oh, I want to be iconic like Iron Man. But at the same time, like, it's not meant to replace Iron Man, because no one can replace Iron Man in the MCU and what Robert Downey Jr. brought us, in all of his performances. And, so what is this guy going to do for a villain? What is she going to do for a hero? Like, she's obviously dealing with some sort of magic here. And this goes totally against her character in the comics. She's based on science, not magic. Right? Like, leave the magic to Doctor Strange, to Wanda. Like, this totally goes against the source material. So, like, why the huge deviation? Like, is she going to use some sort of magic infused with her suit to make it different? So, like, I don't know. Like, I could be wrong, but, like, what book is that? Like, where'd she get this weird, book of incantations? Why is she drawing, what's looks like the freaking, Deathly Hallows symbol. So she's using the Harry Potter Deathly Hallows symbol in the MCU now. Is that it? Y'all see what I'm saying, right? With this square here. Oh, sorry, this triangle. I know shapes. Just kidding. Right? The circle, and then the wand. Right? Like, we all see that. So she's using some sort of Harry Potter magic in her suit.
Because I have to.
Yeah, look at that. She's got magic on the ground that's going into her suit. This show's going to bomb. Telling you right now. I'm not trying to be a negative person, but people are going to laugh at this.
Because I have to.
Might be a hero in there after all.
Man, I almost feel bad for this show, but look, Marvel could have shelved this from 3 years ago. They decided to bring it back now of all times.
Riri, time to wake up. Love.
Okay, so they are using her friend Natalie to be her AI, because this looks, obviously with the blue lights, is some sort of holographic projection. But if it's legitimately talking to her, then it has to be AI.
What are you? Your greatest creation.
Greatest creation, brain mapping. So it's kind of similar to what maybe, was what Jarvis, or maybe even what Ultron became, to maybe a lesser extent, of course. But yeah, there we go. Look at that. She just had the holographic projection. Okay.
Who the hell else would it be, bitch?
That wink was a little cringe, but who else would it be, Biss? Yeah. Anyway, what did the trailer actually give us? Okay, well, it answered the question that her best friend Natalie, who also dies in the drive-by shooting with her stepfather, are going to be in this film, in this 6-episode event. We're just calling it an event because I don't know if a show really personifies what what we should be getting. There again, should we be getting this show to begin with? Probably not. So drop your comments. What you see in this trailer, does it make you not want to watch this show even more? I will probably put myself through this just to, again, point out the flaws within the MCU, right? And again, do we even need to do that? Because we already know that there are problems. Kevin Feige's lost his touch. They're not following the chemistry that they had from the first, couple phases. Like, they're just so off book now. Yeah, totally right. Not going to argue with you on that one. But If you do have any finer points, finer details, maybe positive things to say, drop them below, and I'll converse with you guys in the comment section like always. I really enjoy doing that. So I will catch you guys on the next video here on The Plot Strikes Back. Cheers.